A brand new trailer for Loki is here, and it's time for us to take a closer look.
Surprise!
BD here with your breakdown of the Loki trailer that dropped on Monday morning. You know we're about to have some fun looking at this one. Tom Hiddleston's beautiful, charismatic face is all over it, and it's really going in on the time-traveling multiverse of it all. So buckle up, let's take a look.
I am smart. I know. Okay.
The trailer starts with Loki and a timekeeper coming through a time portal, arriving at the Time Variance Authority's headquarters. I'm gonna say time a lot in this video, probably.
Time.
The big takeaway here is that the Tesseract is now in the possession of the TVA, and that means they have an Infinity Stone. This could be important, but it could just be a factor for those of us holding on to the story threads of the Infinity Saga. Just let me hold on to it. I love that era, okay? Can I?
Let it go, let it go.
By the way, is that a scroll that Loki and this timekeeper walked past? We're just not gonna talk about that, everybody. There's a Secret Invasion show on the way. Scrolls are gonna be a major factor in the MCU.
Okay, that's a fair point.
The TVA has been monitoring Loki through his entire life, so it's going to be tough for him to manipulate them the same way he outsmarts most people, especially like we've seen with his brother Thor, but I do think this means we will get some nostalgic looks back at his previous MCU appearances, and you already know I'm going to love that. I love the Infinity Saga, even if it's from Thor the Dark World.
Loki, I've studied almost every moment of your entire life. You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times.
The TVA asks Loki to sign the paperwork accounting for everything he's ever said. I bet this might include a look at something funny like when he turned Thor into a frog or became a snake just to scare him or something when we see this full scene. But the numbers on here might reveal when he is at the TVA. 5/27/83 might indicate he's gone back to May 27th, 1983, and the .02 could mean this is the second time he's been in this time, or he's like the second version of himself. 1983 seems to fit the aesthetic of the set where the TVA is in this series, like they have advanced tech, but the design of everything sort of fits 80s vibes. During Loki's history lesson about his own life, Mobius, played by Owen Wilson, explains that he broke reality, and that is visually displayed on a screen with a line representing the main timeline the TVA is trying to protect. And when Loki splinters off with the Tesseract in Endgame, he creates all of the new branch realities. This is laid out the same way it was by the Ancient One when she talked to the Hulk in Avengers Endgame, talking about time travel and all that stuff. So we already know about it, but it's going to be cool to see it actually play out in a story. We do get a look at the back of Loki's jumpsuit, and it says a variant on it, which I think essentially means prisoner in the eyes of the TVA. Also, another shot of the Roxcart grocery store. No official word from Marvel if the Netflix characters will be brought into the movies and Disney Plus shows that are part of the MCU just yet, but Roxxon had a big presence in Marvel TV before studios took over all the characters, so it is an intriguing nod.
Really?
Ready for the big thing from the trailer, though? Gugu Mbatha Raw is playing a character named Judge Renslayer. Renslayer, in comics, goes on to become a character named Revelation, but also has major ties to Kang the Conqueror, like rule the world in one timeline together ties. We know the time-traveling supervillain Kang is going to appear in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania with Jonathan Majors playing the part, so Renslayer showing up in Loki makes a lot of sense. It just also drums up the question of whether or not we will see Kang, or maybe some of his alternate aliases from previous timelines, in the Loki show.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet Kang.
We do get a shot of Loki on another planet sitting with somebody who looks like Natasha Romanoff, and the purple vibes of this planet make us think Vormir, but I'm sorry to say this is not going to be Black Widow, finally getting to speak about not having a funeral, but I think this is actually going to be Lady Loki and Loki meeting before whatever planet they're on is ultimately destroyed. If you're a Nat stan, just go back in time and cover your ears for this part of the video so you can act like you didn't hear it and still hope she shows up in the show.
No.
By the way, we see lots of flashes through different timelines, like a destroyed New York City, which seems to be a scenario where if Loki's Chitauri invasion of the city won in the Avengers movie, and maybe even Pompeii for the volcano's eruption back in that part of history. But we also see Loki on a throne, which at first glance, you're probably like, oh sweet, he's on Odin's throne, just like at the end of Thor the Dark World, right? Except, psych, no he isn't. That's a whole new throne. Maybe Loki is finally getting a throne in some alternate timeline and being the king he seems to always wish he was. Tom Hiddleston is royalty, he deserves it. Also, I just want to shout out the cat in this trailer. Nothing really important I can think of, unless of course that cat is Mephisto.
My cat is not possessed by some demon from hell.
But what a performance from an adorable little fur baby. Get that cat an Oscar nod and bring him back for Loki Season 2. What Easter eggs and references did you catch in the Loki trailer? Drop them in the comments or send them my way on Instagram at BrandonDavisBD, and head over to Comicbook.com/Marvel for more updates. I'm BD. I'll see you there.